Hi, this is Brad Linder with Lilliputiting, and this is the Acer Chromebook Tab 10, which was recently announced as one of the first Chrome OS tablets, which means that while it does have the Google Play Store and you can use it like an Android tablet, it's actually a full-fledged Chrome OS device with the full Chrome web browser and support for all the features that you would expect with Chrome, including the ability to run sort of native web apps using sort of a desktop-style environment, and possibly coming soon support for Linux apps. That remains to be seen, although you could probably use a tool like Crouton to install it today without waiting for the features that Google announced at Google I/O. I'm here at Acer's 2018 launch event in New York City on May 23rd, 2018, taking a look at some of their new products. This was actually announced prior to today's event, but it is something that they're showing off here, and it's my first chance to get a look at it. It's really designed for use in the classroom space and sells for about $329 and up. It's got a, I wouldn't necessarily call it rugged, but a sort of sturdy back panel here, and it's relatively lightweight. It is 0.55 kilograms, which is a little over a pound, and Acer says you should be able to get up to 9 hours of battery life. If we take a look here, we've got power and volume buttons, an SD card slot, and there's a USB Type-C slot on the side. There's also an integrated stylus, so we can go ahead and pull that out, and in addition to using sort of finger input, it does support pen input, so you can use that as well. You can slide it in when you're not using it. Helps if you put it in the right way, and then it closes properly. So it just slides out, and when you do that, you'll notice it actually brings up a menu here for stylus tools. So we've got capture region, capture screen, create note, and so forth. Now, with my left hand, I'm not necessarily going to do a great job of creating notes here, but you can see it brings up then this application for doing that. New drawing, download drawing, delete, etc. So let's go ahead and put that back in, and we've got pre-installed on here. It looks like they've already got Netflix, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and so forth. You could use it with a Bluetooth keyboard or even a wired keyboard, I suppose, if you wanted to plug one into the USB Type-C, but it's being sold sort of as a standalone tablet-style device. It has a 9.7-inch IPS display, 2048 by 1536, very similar to what you would expect from an iPad in terms of size and resolution, 4 gigs of RAM, and a Rockchip OP1 processor, which is basically the same as an RK3399, 32 gigs of eMMC storage, and 802.11ac, and it's got a webcam on the front that does 1600 by 1200, and a rear camera that can do 1920. Basically, it's a 1080p camera on the back, so you can use it for shooting videos, doing web conferencing, and so forth. Really sort of the most interesting thing about it, I think, is that it's one of the first Android tablets that's really, or Chrome OS tablets, but you can basically treat it like an Android tablet that happens to run Chrome OS, because at this point, with the Play Store, you can install all sorts of things, you know, Spotify, VLC, all sorts of other Android applications, and I think that this could be the future of what we can see from Android tablets, is Chrome OS tablets instead of Android. The operating system really kicked off as a smartphone operating system, Android did, never really took off on tablets the way that Apple's iOS did, and I think that Chrome OS, which originally started off as a laptop and desktop OS, works really nicely on this style of device if you're going to use it with supported form factors like this, and you've got the support for Android applications, so you do have mobile apps that can run on it. So that's a quick look at the Acer Chromebook Tab 10, an awkwardly named device with book in the name, even though it's not really a notebook computer. This is Brad Linder with Lilliputiting.